Hello everybody, I'm Meso, and welcome to some very exciting Bionicle community news. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the launch of the first Bionicle community Fanon contest for Tuyet, run by fellow Bionicle YouTuber DuckBricks. So, this is going to be a bit different. People who have followed the saga of the canon contests might not even be aware that these are happening, but I feel like it's my due diligence to help spread the word, advertise, and get as many people on board as possible. Quick little catch-up. So a little while ago, the Bionicle canon contests that we'd been running for several years came to an unfortunate end when it was revealed that Greg Farshtey, author of the Bionicle story, was being laid off from his job at the Lego company that he'd worked at for 22 years. This is because if he's not in an official position to canonize new information, the contest just didn't make sense to be held anymore, as we'd lose that degree of authority over the winners. That, and we just didn't really think it was appropriate to bother him with them anymore when he's clearly going through a major life change. We just felt that it was time to put them to bed, and generally speaking, most people were on that same page, that in the bigger picture, in the grand scheme of things, they're not really that important, especially not when compared to someone losing their job and all the life changes that that's going to bring. However, that does not mean the creativity and the fandom has to end, and Bionicle YouTuber DuckBricks has stepped up to the plate to continue the contests in an unofficial capacity. These are not going to be involved with Greg Farshtey. They're not going to have canonicity or official status as any kind of incentive or reward. They're just fun and creative building contests with a cool prize involved. And I think these are great because, number one, people had already brainstormed ideas and built mocks for so many of the characters that were going to be held as canon contests. It'd be a shame for all that creativity to just not see the light of day. And number two, because, I just think it's fun to have a recurring source of Bionicle community contests for people to show off their building skills, their art skills, etc. Canonicity was always just a way to have Greg Farshtey be involved in the proceedings for the people that care about the lore and stuff, but a vast swath of people didn't even care about the lore whatsoever and just wanted to flex their creative muscles. And these contests are going to be for you. So, the goal of this contest, as outlined by DuckBricks himself, is to present a mock or piece of artwork that is your depiction of Tuyet. There will be as few restrictions as possible. So to that end, all of the following are allowed in a free-for-all entry period. You can submit physical entries via official LEGO parts. You can submit digital entries via any digital LEGO building platform. You can submit art entries via any medium, painted, hand-drawn, digitally drawn, etc. You can use 3D printed elements. You can use custom elements. You can use painted parts. You can use bootleg parts. Pretty much anything goes, with a few caveats, namely Red Star Games has chosen to opt out of the contests, just like with ours. They don't want their models used. And a few other stipulations in the rules list, which you can find by going to watch his video and checking the description. Now, a few other notes about this contest in particular. Tuyet must be a Toa of water with blue armor, the exact shade is not specified, and wears a custom mask of intangibility. It's not mandatory to use a custom mask, though. If you don't have access to custom masks, you can submit placeholder masks, or even a brick-built solution. Anything goes, doesn't really matter. But DuckBricks has provided a few good points of reference for the Mask of Intangibility, as modeled by various different community modelers, which you can buy off of Shapeways, if you so choose. Additionally, certain versions of Tuyet wielded a barbed broadsword and the Nui Stone, but neither accessory is mandatory. Now, there are some specific rules about how to enter, how many photos you need to provide, breakdown photos you need, For those of you who did participate in the canon contests, a lot of that minutia is going to be familiar to you, as he's keeping the same general structure, just with less rigidity in the rules. But I would advise you go and watch the video and read the document, just to familiarize yourself with everything that is on the table, rules-wise. He has a link to submit entries, which you can submit on any platform, and then just submit a link to them via the Google form link that is in the rules list. Voting will be conducted on the straw poll platform, and he's devised a schedule for both the entry period and the voting period, which is really cool. And it's a good idea. Having a schedule is good. Finally, the grand prize is a custom dual-color Bionicle Kanohi mask produced by Socketball. An in-depth DuckBricks Fanon review video with links to any social media of the creator, and the fame and glory of winning the Fanon contest. So, he has made an effort here to give a tangible prize, as well as the advertising that will surely come from a video on the creation itself. So even though canonicity is not on the table, there's still lots of things to aspire towards, as well as just being an excellent showcase of community creativity. I love DuckBricks. He's a really cool guy. I think it's admirable of him to step up to the plate to continue hosting these in our stead and transform them into something to just celebrate creativity now that the canon element is off the table. I think the canon element and trying to devise rules to suit the canonicity of stuff was always something we struggled with. It was a source of 90% of our drama, the rigidity of the rules. I'd say 90% of people being unhappy with things came from rules they didn't agree with or stipulations they felt were too strict. So I think doing the contests in these ways, it's going to go over big, and I would encourage any of you who had even a passing interest in participating in any of the future contests, go check these out, participate in them. They're an excellent community venue, and I wish him all the best. And I'll make another video when the voting period is live. But for now, go watch his, go read the rules, and get to building. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.